Go ashore or not. CBP officers are only available today to complete the process. CBP requires all guests who have not completed the mandatory immigration inspection. Once again, CBP requires all guests who have not completed the mandatory immigration inspection to please proceed to deck 3.
This is the 26th year running here in Astoria. The trolley was built in St. Louis, Missouri at the American Car Company in 1913. And from there it went to San Antonio, Texas, ran in the streets of San Antonio for about 20 years. Got retired to a museum. Got brought out again for the San Antonio World's Fair, put back in the museum. And a Willamette trolley line up here in Oregon found out about it. They brought it up here on a truck, ran it on their line in the 1980s and early 90s. They didn't retire to a museum, they retired it to a field where it became, among other things, a chicken coop and some lady's house. People up here in Astoria found out about it. We had these tracks that were no longer being used. So they brought it up here, put about 3,000 man-hours into it. It is what it is today. We're all volunteers. We not only drive the trolley, we maintain the trolley and we maintain the tracks. And the money that you pay for your fares, donations, and any souvenirs that you get is what helps to pay for this thing. And Craig up there is your motorman now, and I'm Mark, your motor mouth for this trip. If you want to get off, yell. And if you're in the middle, good luck. Anyways, we'll try to do the best to get you off. We have a couple of stops along the way that are just our main stops. We're going to basically take you guys down to downtown. We'll go to the Maritime Museum and then we'll turn this thing around. I highly recommend that you stop at 12th Street. We'll stop there. Go to the Sunday market. It's about 4 blocks of vendors from farmers market to crafts, food. It's really fun and it's open till 3 o'clock. So you guys want to go check that out. It'll take you about 2 hours to go through it. It's one of the highlights in the town. Really cool displays in there. And they've got a couple of IMAX movies that are 3D that you can watch. All kinds of fun stuff going on there. I highly recommend you hit that Maritime Museum. One of the things you'll notice as we're going along here, all these pilings along here, this is from when this was all canneries here. In 1874, that's when the first cannery was here, and by 1883, there were 39 canneries here. The area we're going into right now is called the Warehouse District, but this was the last cannery. This was Bumblebee. When Bumblebee was here at the end, they left here in 1990 and they went to San Diego. But at the end, all they did was store a couple million cans of fish here with no label on them. They would put that grocery store and call them up and say, hey, I need 10,000 cans of tuna or salmon, and they would put that store's label on and send them on its way. Now this is Fort George Brewery. Now we can beer here. And as you'll notice when you get downtown, there's more than a few places to get a beer in this town. Because we are a drinking town with a fishing problem. This is Fort George we're going by right now. You see those ships that are parked out there? They park there because they can park there for free. Those are bulk carriers. There's a couple of grain elevators upriver in Kalama and Longview, and they're waiting to get called up there to go load up with grain. We have about 10 of them here right now because China is not buying any grain from us, so it's kind of backing things up. Most of the stuff that you see going out of here is going to Japan, Korea, and everywhere else in the world. What is Fort George? This town was named Fort George originally before it was Astoria. It was owned by the British then. And there's a place in town, I'll point it out, where the original fort used to be. It's actually where Fort George Brewery's pub and beer room, or whatever you want to call it, is. That's where the fort used to be. The place used to be called Fort George. One of the little balsa wood gliders they sell for $1, and once you get up to the top, you can send it. Actually, I think the view on the other side of the hill there is nicer than the view on this side. There's 3 rivers on the other side that all run into the Columbia. The Woluski, the Youngs River, and Lewis and Clark. Once we pass this building, look to the right and notice the hill. Picture back in the day when this town was started, the river went all the way to the bottom of that hill on the right. And the whole town was built on pilings and a deck, just like this one on the left that's kind of rotting away here. That's a great example of how what the town was built on. The streets, the downtown, and everything was built just like that. And in 1883, 36 square blocks of the town burned right down to the water line.
You got any room back there?
No.
Okay.
36 square blocks burned right down to the water line because lumber was so easy to come by. They rebuilt the town just like it was. And in 1922, another 30 square blocks of the town right down to the water line. They finally got smart and they used the material from dredging the shipping lane, which is right next to us here. The shipping lane is maintained year-round by the Army Corps of Engineers at 43 feet deep. And usually, coming up here pretty soon, we should see a dredge come through here. They usually come through in the fall. So if they don't dredge, right now, but soon we'll be back over land. Coming up here on 8th Street, which is the home of the Flavel House. If you like Victorian homes, Flavel House was finished in 1890. It was George Flavel's house. He was the first bar pilot here, and he was the first billionaire. Started the Bar Pilot Association. That's right up here to the right on 8th Street. Also, the Film Museum is up there too. If you guys want to walk up there, come walk. Cruise ships come here in the spring, when they're moving the ships up to they become the Alaska cruises. And then in the fall, we have 4 ships. You're the second one that's come in. We've got 2 more that'll come in the next couple of weeks. We really aren't a cruise ship town. We do have the river cruise, which is run, which seems like they come in here about every other day. We get tourism here, but this isn't a really super touristy town. Most people go to Seaside, which is a couple miles down the coast, because they have a really nice beach there. And it seems like every weekend they have something going on there. Last weekend it was sand castles. Stopping here at 11th Street. If you want to, anybody want to get off here? And coming up here on the left, if you like ice cream, one of the most places in town right here, Freak Scoop. Dunkin' fries and ice cream. I've been to Belgium, but they made the pancakes, not fries. Whatever works. This is one of our mandatory stops, is 14th Street. If you look to the right in the street here as we go by, you'll see Gimri Shoes. Gimri Shoes is the oldest shoe store in Oregon. Over 100 years old. They're still going strong today, even with the big box store competition. Very cool. Gimri Shoes. Next stop's a mandatory stop. Right here on the left, this is Moe's Chowder. We drove up here, which most of you didn't. They're all along the coast up here. They're privately owned, but kind of like almost like a franchise deal. But really nice restaurant inside. Very reasonable. They not only have the chowder, but they have you get a burger there and you get a lot of stuff. But they have a fabulous view in there. Coming up here on the right, this park here that you see here, this is Nordic Heritage Park. If you look through here, you see the little trolls out there. Each one of them has a little story that goes with them. This honors the people who came here in the 1800s that were most of the fishing industry, the Scandinavians. We have another park in the middle of the town, the Garden of the Surging Waves, which honors the Chinese that came here. And they were most of the canning industry. We are a Coast Guard town. If you look to the left, you see 2 of our Coast Guard feathers here that are stationed here. Those are brand new. We just got them this year. The 2 that were here were retired. We are a Coast Guard base down here. Not only we have an air base, and we also have the ships here. If somebody gets sick on your ship, either north or south of here, these are the guys that are going to come pick them off on a helicopter. If you stop in here at the Maritime Museum, you can get off the front of the back. I highly recommend you go check it out. It'll take you about an hour and a half or 2 to go through there. It's really worth it. It's really worth it. Look to the left here as we go by. Look at this chain link railing here. Look at the posts that are holding up the chain. Anybody know what those are? Those are whaling harpoons. Those are left over from when whaling was actually legal here at one point. In late 1950s for about 2 years. They donated those when they were put out of business. They donated it to the Maritime Museum. I think that's a better use of them. Coming up here to 14th Street, and somebody asked a question about Fort George. This town, before it was Astoria, was Fort George when it was owned by the British. And if you look over here to the left and you see that great building right there, it just so happens that that's Fort George Brewery's main tap room right there. But it's also exactly where Fort George used to be, right there. And if you go up there, behind the building there's an actual replica of the fort that was here when the place was run by the British. 1812. They lost Astoria in the War of 1812. That's when it became an American town. It became Astoria, the oldest town west of the Rocky Mountains. And the oldest post office west of the Rocky Mountains, 1945. Stopping here at 14th if you want to get off here.
Getting off. You're running. I'm getting off.
This wood driveway coming up over here. Before there was a Migler Bridge, there was a ferry service started in 1920 and ran back and forth between here and Oahu over on the Washington side. They used to charge $1.50 and there was as many as four ferries that ran back and forth. The Migler Bridge was completed in 1966. The ferries used to charge $1.50 to take your car over, and they had a toll on the bridge to pay the bond off. That was $1.50 saved. Stopping here at 12th Street. You want to go to the market, this is the one you want to go get off at.
You have any room back there?
Yeah, I got some room. Next stop's 11th Street. This is the middle of downtown. If you want to get out, you can. Front and the back. So big that they used horses to pull them in and out. They bring in as much as 6,000 salmon in one scoop. Needless to say, they outlawed that because it was depleting the whole salmon industry. If you go to the Maritime Museum, you can see pictures of that with the horses there. It's kind of interesting as we're so full and everybody's feeling like sardines right now. Well, hey, right next to us here, this nice boutique hotel used to be a sardine processing plant. They kind of fixed it up a little. Pick both sides of the street, sardines here. This area that we're going through, this was the crazy part of town back in the day. This was where the bars and the bordellos and all that kind of crazy stuff were. Astoria was the wickedest town on the West Coast at one point. And you can imagine it was probably pretty crazy with a bunch of lumberjacks and fishermen. Probably pretty crazy here. That building we just passed fell in on itself about 3 years ago. That was Bowie Beer's building. It was a great place to go to lunch. They had a nice restaurant in there. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's been sitting there for 3 years. Pilings underneath it failed, and it fell in on itself. Luckily, it happened at night, so nobody got hurt. Hopefully, nobody wants off here at 6th. Good. That serves two purposes here in town. One, is the smallest park in the city of Astoria, and two, it's a navigational aid. It becomes the red buoy. You look out there, you see the green buoy, and that's the red buoy. So as the ships are coming in, you keep the red buoy on the right and the green buoy on the left. When you're going out, it's the opposite, obviously. But shipping lane's about 300 yards wide right here. You go further upriver, it widens out quite a bit. That whole area is maintained at 43 feet year-round. Army Corps of Engineers. This brick building we're going by right here, this was a bonded warehouse. This survived the 4.2 miles across, and when you look over the other side, those little bridges you see over there, that's where the natural channel of the river is, and that's actually where the state line is. So if you're driving your car across, you look up there on the bridge, it says, "Welcome to Washington." And yes, that is Washington over there. It's not Canada. We've had people ask that. Somebody said at one point, "Is that Hawaii?" I said, "You gotta be kidding me." Wouldn't that be cool though? Yeah, I'm a surfer dude, so I'm going over to Hawaii to get some waves today. I'll drive over there. It'll be warmer over there too. Anyways, the Midland Bridge, it's 210 feet from the water line to the bottom. It's made so an aircraft carrier can go underneath there. Next, in about 3 weeks, we have what's called the Great Columbia Crossing, which is a 10K walk that starts over at Dismal Niche. Dismal Niche is where Lewis and Clark first landed when they came here. If you go across the bridge and you turn right and go down about a mile, you'll be at Dismal Niche Park. The run starts there. It's about 3,500 people, and they bus you over there. Every bus for miles around gets used there, and they shut the bridge down for 2 hours. You got 2 hours to get across, and if you're lagging, they got a bus that'll pick you up and bring you in, and it's known as the bus of shame. You want to be in the bus? I've done it a couple of times, and when you're up there on that bridge, it's the only time you can be walking on the bridge. Otherwise, you're in your car. It's amazing how much that bridge moves around up there. You actually think you're dizzy or drunk, but I've never been drunk, so I don't know. I don't know how that feels. So they tell me that. Anyway, if you look at the bottom of the bridge out there, you'll see August. It's pretty crazy. I did a swim across the Columbia River last year on Labor Day up at the gorge, and the water was so warm I couldn't believe it. It was over 70 degrees up there. It was crazy. It was like a 1.1 mile swim across the river. It's the Maritime Memorial. This honors the people who have passed and worked in the maritime industry here. If they have an anchor by their name, that means they were lost at sea. Cannery Pier Hotel. That's a replica of what was the Union Cannery that was out there. The Union Cannery was about 4 times bigger than that. It was one of the largest canneries out here. Now it's a boutique hotel. And back in the spring, I saw an article in Condé Nast magazine that it was one of the top 10 boutique hotels in the United States. It is really nice. Every room has a view of the river. It's kind of fun. They have a limo that will, it's usually an old Rolls Royce Classic, that will take you to dinner in town and then come pick you up and bring you back to the hotel. Pretty fun. That marina you see right there is mostly pleasure boats. Most of the fishing boats are down in Hammond or Warrington Harbor. Coming up here between the two buildings up here, there was a restaurant at one point, and when they shot, when the movie Kindergarten Cop, one of the scenes with Arnold and his movie girlfriend were sitting in that restaurant, and they paid all the people out there with the boat $100 to turn the lights out of their boat. Told there's a couple people out there that still have the $100 bill taped to the inside of the boat. Stopping here at Basin Street, if you're going back to the boat, this is where you get off.
What's in the original?
Raisins, cranberries, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cinnamon. Right?
아, 我拍一个。 아,
真会爽哦！草地公司。
Trying to get him out of point.
记录。
有，好玩。
那个装一下。
喂，哎呦妈，他真的撞到了。喂 ，OK 嘛，这样撞法，他 attach 我们是吗？
我不知道什么情况。
他这喝醉酒了，这个。
会危险的，我再给他撞一下。
又来转圈圈，
转圈圈。
你要耍可爱是吗？不舍得我们走啊，像小狗啊。no。OK， 当然是 kiss 我们一下。
你不看，直接撞过来，
再来。有，可是我觉得还有点可怕。
喂，我还想要去好玩意的啊！
你不要撞坏我们的船啊！
哦，有点又来了。喂，不可以撞2次的啊！
你是拍了，你走在我们后面是么？
傻的这家伙，我干哪有啊？酒喝太多啊你！
啊，跑去前面了。
开心是吧？看到你走。
好，是 N。玩多。这个欢乐是。啊，又转。
我这个零碎，我们还是要放松我们。
放松，我觉得好笑，好像在玩这样啊！今天只是接到，可能他今天只是一个船嘛，你看到整个 Astoria 就是只有一只船啊，太开心。
我这没有油了，回去吃饭。我出来了。他撞。
Good evening. How are you?
Hey, hi.